Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. For anyone who's new here, my name is Varsha and today we're going to do a very easy spring look for people of color. Indian skin, brown skin. Any makeup look starts with skincare, but first lip care. It is spring and generally I feel when it becomes spring here in Vancouver, it's weirdly sunny but it also very rainy, and I'm just using a little bit of lip balm because my lips, like especially the edges of my lips, they start to crack so much. Does it happen to anyone else? So I'm just applying this lip balm. Always before I go in with skincare, I like to do a little bit of misting. This is the BOSCIA Rosewater Mist with Witch Hazel. So refreshing. It kind of went on my tongue and this kind of tastes like tamarind water. Being from Goa, we use a lot of tamarind in so many of our dishes. And it kind of smells like that too. Ooh, see that glow? By the way, today is also all about glow. Glow everything means glowy eye cream. This is Rose Inks Eye Revival Brightening Eye Cream. Lightly tapping that in with my finger. You know, me having that little bit of the hollowness under my eyes, this just really helps brighten that up. When the seasons change, I generally have a little bit of redness that kind of develops in certain areas. It also gets itchy in some, so I'm using this Cicapair. This is super hydrating. It has this light green color, and to apply this, I like to warm it in between my fingers or even on my palms and just tap it on my skin or over. This moisturizer really helps soothe any of that redness, any of that dryness. And actually, you know what's written on the bottle is that you kind of warm your palms and press it for maximum absorption. And I'll also put some on my neck. Also today I'm not going to be using a sunscreen because we're actually going skiing in a bit. I know it's going to be spring makeup with skiing. Also, change in background. This is kind of where I live. It's sad you can't see, but usually there are mountains there. I think it's just a reflection of the glass that doesn't allow those mountains to be seen. But the mountain that we're going skiing on is actually, I don't know, I can see it. It's like right there, but maybe some other time. I really like a nice fluffed up looking brow. It's just something so fresh about fluffy brows. Woohoo! Skin is so glowy, right? I'm gonna put a little bit of bronzer next. This is the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Toast. You know that your skin actually deserves some kind of bronze. So using underpainting as a little bit of like an inspiration for this look, which I've already done a video for. I'm just using the bronzer in some places here, especially to bring a little bit of color on my temples a bit, just some on the sides of my nose. And we've arrived to the color correction part. This is Bobbi Brown's Dark Peach. But I don't know, because of the light, can you guys even see any kind of discoloration or anything? Speaking about discoloration, you guys must know that, I mean, you know, I have my daytime skincare routine video in which I've spoken about the importance of using a vitamin C serum. And just as a personal experiment, I kind of stopped using it for 2 weeks. As soon as you stop using it, all that pigmentation just comes right back, especially the area around my mouth and like on the lower side of my mouth here. I can really see that pigmentation like starting to show through. I mean, I had even reached a part where I didn't even need that much corrector. I mean, there was times even when I didn't use corrector at all before going out. Moral of the story, you have to use your vitamin C serum every day without fail. This also goes under the eyes. Now I've finally come to base and I don't want to use any tinted moisturizer or any of my foundations, but what I'm going to do is mix my skin booster from Makeup Forever with a little bit of my Tarte Shape Tape. So what the booster does is it just thins out the texture of the concealer and just makes it really nice and fresh to apply. Some whoops. Just that much. It's like really transparent. And I'm going to use a little bit of Tarte Shape Tape. And here I'm going to mix the two and start applying this on my face with a brush. This is the KJH number 8. And using very fast movements, going all over. And you know the best part? The serum has this really nice cooling texture and also like really hydrates the skin. So I'm just in really fast brush strokes applying this all over my skin. This is so fast to apply. It's just going on in a jiffy, especially for dry skin. Yeah, I wanted to show you how the skin still maintains all that luminosity. It's very hard to tell that you're actually wearing something because it just blends into your skin, keeping that hydration, glowy element going. I'm going to use the e.l.f. concealer. The main thing that I like about this formula is just that it is so hydrating and it also has a radiant finish. I'm going to use the same brush. I'm going to start by applying a little here, and we tap and really help brighten up. Apply the product here and then kind of spread it out so that you know, most of the product doesn't go into the fine lines. Oh, crazy amount of pilling going on around my eyes. I'm just gonna take a little bit of that concealer and also just go over my eyelids, because what I like to do for spring generally is just make the eyes nice and bright, just some sheen, more than shimmer or sparkle. Right into the eyes. So by doing this, I'm just like making sure none of that pigmentation. Move straight to eyes, and what I have here is a mini size of the Laura Mercier Caviar sticks. This is in Au Natural. This is actually a very kind of a warm toned pink with some sheen to it. By the way, this, once you apply, it just doesn't move. I have a mini one because once when I attended one Laura Mercier, there was this masterclass being held at Bloomingdale's in Dubai, and I was just like, I really want to go for it. So they gave a little goodie bag to everyone, and this was what was there inside. You kind of want to work a little fast with this because it sets really quick. I actually have another one. I think it's like a very plummy color, and I've actually done a very quick smoky eye with that video, which I'll just post here if you want to watch. I think this is the first time I'm actually using this on my channel. Now, to make this a little more dimensional, this is the Giorgio Armani, and the shade is number 45. This is like a light champagne-y, metallic-y eye color. Goes on super easy, and I'm just putting this right in the center. This do lasts really long. I think about 14 hours of wear is what you get with this. So great for something like, I mean, even if you're doing any kind of activity. I mean, gold goes for every season, right? I don't want to cover any of that amazing shade from Laura Mercier as well. You can kind of even take this over your brow bone, but I am going to refrain from doing that. Maybe I'll just take a little bit of what was left on the brush just into those inner corners. I feel like my eye looks really washed out with both those colors. So what I'm going to do is bring some warmth back into my socket, and for that I'm just using Hoola Benefit and just very roughly take this on my eye socket that way. With a clean brush, just blend away most of it, because all I wanted is actually just a wash of color, but just so much ended up coming just in the outer corner, like especially on this side. I could have gone a little more light-handed with it, but like, whoo, so much got applied. With anything that is left on this brush, I'm very carefully going to take it a little under my eyes. I want to bring a little you know, definition to my lash line. So what I'm going to do is just mix a little bit of these two colors here. Remember to tap off all the excess, otherwise it's going to fall on your lower lash line, and then setting is going to become such an issue. Wing it out, very blended line, nothing too defined. Such a nice way to practice your wing if you don't know how to do one. You guys can actually even go in with a little bit of pink if you don't like a bronzer, like a lighter pink. You can actually just use the blush that you're going to use. Next up is mascara. Push all those little lash hairs up, and the brush is actually what does wonders with this one. With that, eyes are done, and we are moving straight to cheeks. Now for cheeks and spring, I like to use something that really pops, something that's really vibrant and dewy at the same time. So today I have the Fenty cream blush. This is in the shade Petal Poppin'. For spring, I really like to go super high and almost even bring it into my temples. I am going to build this until I like the amount that I have. I don't know if the camera is catching it, but I feel like most of my concealer actually just got wiped out, maybe because of the pilling. So I'm just going to do two tiny dots. Leave it to kind of marinate under my eyes just like a little bit. Well, the Tarte Shape Tape actually does set really fast. So I'm thinking maybe let's just blend it right away. We've almost reached the end of this tutorial, but I want some more glow. So what I'm going to use here is the same, what is this called? The Glowy Super Gel, and this is in Starlight. This is literally like magic. I mean, it blends so well into our skin and just makes everything look super glowy. So what I'm going to do is just take a little bit on my finger and just apply it on these high points of the face, and using my other fingers, which just really bringing so much more light back. Can you see the glow? I mean, this is unreal. I feel like this is so underrated, this product. Now I know we're looking super glowy, and super glowy is never too less, but just for the camera, I mean, I would really go out this way if I had to just like step out of the house. I really don't mind all this shine, but just for the camera and just to make it a little more aesthetically pleasing, I'm going to use this MAC Studio Fix to actually literally set under my eyes and even on the center of my forehead. This is actually a powder foundation, so I'm actually going to dust most of it on the back of my hand. Apply this on my forehead, under my eyes, and just like on my cheek right here, just to take care of all that shine. For lip, I'm using MAC's Hover Pencil, and we're very lightly just gonna trace out a nice lip shape, just to make it a little more flattering, a little bit of, you know, structure back. I want to use something that is pink and pinky brown at the same time. You know, let us see what we arrive at by mixing these two. Ooh, so pretty. Love it. But yes, everyone, with that, we have reached the end of this spring tutorial, which is honestly very simple to recreate and not as complicated like the one from before. I'm gonna come nice and close so that you guys can see how glowy this makeup looks. I mean, I do have the light on here, so you can actually see the textures on my face. And funny thing, the pilling thing actually ended up working out. I mean, I can't see anymore. I didn't face any more pilling after that. I really hope you enjoyed watching. I did use a few new products. Wish you all a very happy spring. As I always say, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye-bye.